often get approached because people recognize me from my acting in Awkward Black Girl.
Hey Fred, I'm on the other line. Hold on a sec. Oh my God, that was Fred. Jay, he's calling me now. This is crazy. You have to talk to him. It's ridiculous.
And it's never annoying. It's always an honor, you know.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't be more proud of the work that we did and the impact that show and that movement has had on the world, you know. And so whenever I'm recognized for that, it's always an honor. I've always enjoyed cannabis, weed as a product, but I got into the business because the opportunity that the city of LA made available through some legislation called Measure M and the social equity program in Los Angeles. Okay. If you're not familiar with cannabis social equity, it's legislation that creates opportunities for communities that were marginalized and targeted during the war on drugs. If you're a black man in a large city, you're 4 times more likely to get arrested for selling or possession of weed than other folks. And I was a target of that in my teenage years. I was arrested for possession with intent to sell marijuana when I was 18 years old, and that arrest charge has stuck with me. It's always been on my record since, you know, and that's made it difficult in terms of, you know, opportunities for applying for traditional jobs and just all kind of, you know, different opportunities that you don't get, because when people see that on your record, they think twice about working with you. One of the reasons Brian came up with the idea to start the Bay app was that he did an experiment with one of his white guy friends where they compared like their swipes on Tinder. And Brian's a good looking guy, you know. I imagine he's probably more attractive than his white buddy, you know, but his white buddy was he was getting match after match after
really?
Like 10 times as many matches. And also when you're swiping, you know, for Brian, he was swiping past a lot more white women than he was coming across black women on the app as well. Right?
Okay.
So it's a majority of white people on the app, right?
Right. By far.
So we're already minorities. And then
exactly.
Right. And then I experienced definitely fewer matches on an app like Tinder versus our app, which was a community of black folks. You know what does create really the hurdles with dating for me in my life is social media, I think. I found that, you know, I have had to deal with women being concerned that I'm dating around a lot, or you know, I'm a ladies' man kind of guy. And I mean, I think people are just used to that in LA in general. That's kind of our reputation as LA men, I think.
Yeah. I agree.
The most memorable person and project that I worked on, after I worked on Awkward Black Girl, I created a show called The Valley. And it was about a young black dude who was the CEO of a company, a startup in Silicon Valley. And that project was amazing. A lot of the crew that we used to film Awkward Black Girl filmed this show with me. And I partnered with Tracy Oliver on that show. Tracy she played the character Nina in Awkward Black Girl. And not only, I wasn't just an actor on ABG, I worked behind the scenes on like the business development of the show. And she has a brilliant mind in terms of how to think about solving problems, how to think about every element that goes into a project thoughtfully. You know, I was blown away by her and how she worked, that I really tried to take as much as I could from how she worked and emulate that. And I think it's helped me in my decision making as a leader. And it took a lot of courage. and you know, there are times in my younger career where it was like, man, like I'm making a lot of risky decisions. It's, you know, I could have had a lot safer career path, you know, but at every turn I took the hard way. And that's because I want to have an impact. And I want to have an impact socially for our people. You know, and so that's really my mission in business, and that's what I get gratification from. And you know, I could have just like tried to pursue acting and done a bunch of commercials and made plenty of money,
right?
But like I wouldn't have been fulfilled by the work of it, you know. And what would that have done for the world? What kind of legacy would that have left?